Hey there flippers, and welcome back to Second Life Treasures. So on today's video we are going to be doing a bit of a year-end review and also looking at my aspirations for 2022. So we're going to start off just looking back at 2021 and what an absolutely cracking year it's been. I started doing resale in April and started doing channels on, started doing videos on YouTube in May. And yeah, it has been an absolutely intense learning experience. What we're going to do is I'm going to jump over to the computer quickly and we will have a look at the sales figures for this year. Then I'm going to be doing a little bit of a recap for this year because there's been a lot that's happened, a lot that I've learned and a lot that I've been criticised for. And I am completely open to criticism. I respond to every single person that's criticised anything I've done this year with sort of my view, what my sort of why I did things a particular way. Then we are going to be doing a top 5. So we've got my top 5 best items or item types that I've picked up this year. Then we've got my best and worst pickups for the year. So there are 2 items that I'm going to be talking about. One is the best pickup that I've had of the year, and one is the pickup that I really wish I'd walked past. Then I'm going to go on to what I want to achieve for 2022. And then the final bit of the video will be my plans for 2022, because we are at a point now where we have got some bits that are moving forward, and there's some ideas that I've got for the channel that I want to sort of try and take forward. So let's switch over to the PC and then we'll have a look at how we've done this year on eBay. Okay, so here we are on the PC now, and at the moment I am on my reports page within eBay, and we're going to be having a look at how I've done this year. So looking on here, the report runs from the 1st of January 2021 to the 31st of December 2021, but I only started selling, I think May was when I first started adding things to eBay. So, and there was a bit of a lull period as well in the middle of the year while I was moving house. So it's not been a great year from that respect, but I will say I am so happy with how things have turned out. So the total sales for this year were £3,320 and 51p. It says that it was 100% up on previous time. That's because I wasn't selling the previous time. Selling costs were £1,036.54p. It says that's 31.2% of my total sales. And my total net sales was £2,283.97p. So, yeah, really good. As I say, there has been, so let me just pull my spreadsheet up on the other screen. So if you think, I started actively selling in May, then we've got a few more sales in June. July was a bit of a dead month. There was a few Facebook sales, nothing really on eBay, because of obviously doing the move. Just didn't have the not the processes, but didn't have the discipline in place at the time. I was still outsourcing, but wasn't selling as much as I could. So that's why at the moment I've got such a big dead pile. And this is all stuff that is going to be getting listed. It's just getting around to actually listing it all now. Then August, really good month. September dropped off a bit from August, but October, brilliant. November, even better. And December, obviously because of being Christmas, was actually the best month for the year. I will be going over my December sales in Thursday's video. So yeah, I'll go through more of the December numbers in that video. But what I'll do is, while we are also on this page, so if we have a look, average sale price was £20.37p. Quantity sold was at 163. We've done no sales via auctions and all sales by fixed price listings. I will be introducing some auctions next year, or this year, sorry. I keep forgetting we're actually in 2022 now. I'm filming this New Year's Day, so even when I'm filming this, technically it is 2022. Looking at the buyer insights, we've got 162 total buyers, 160 new buyers and 2 repeat buyers as well, which was really good. Top sales by category. So I was really interested when I saw this. So top sales is from film and TV. We've had £473.70p in sales, and that is 14.27 of our total sales for the year. Then we've got books and comics at 226.92. That's 6.83. Toys and games 204.93, which is 16.7. Collectibles. So you can see here, collectibles, pens and writing equipment and typewriters. We have had absolutely stonking luck with typewriters. Not sure why. I didn't think we'd sold that many DVDs, if I was honest. Sales. Sales from the given eBay category are counted only when buyer makes the payment. Returns and cancellation transactions are reflected. Yeah, I thought we'd make more money out of cameras and photography, but obviously not. So yeah, £200 out of collectibles, so that would have been typewriters. And then cameras and photography, film cameras was 174.97. And then if we scroll down at the bottom, I haven't actually looked through this bottom bit actually. So total sales, so there we go. Sales excluding postage, and then postage costs were £394.32p. So you'll see here, yeah, so we started in May, dropped off a bit in June. Obviously I was getting prepared to do the move. July was, we'd done the move and we were still getting set up. Then August, September, October, according to my spreadsheet, October was a good month. Total sales, 478. Okay, I'm going to need to look at that because that doesn't correspond with my spreadsheet. And then November and December. So, yeah, if we look here, it's also got our selling cost breakdown as well. So our eBay fees were £525.39p. And I don't know why those two prices are different. So, yeah, postage labels were £511.15p. Yeah, don't know about that. Oh, right, yes, because this is sales without offers. God knows. Listing insights. So, yeah, that is it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, well, what we'll do now is we will switch over to just the camera view. And that way, we can have a look at some of what I think are the highlights for the year. So, yes, it has been my first year as a reseller, and it's been very interesting. So, my first charity shop hunt was on the 13th of April, and that was actually at the Dogs Trust. And in that one, I actually picked up the Minnie Mouse jigsaw puzzle. I think I've got my spreadsheet here while I'm talking as well. So yeah, the only pickup for that day was the Minnie Mouse jigsaw puzzle. That has now sold. I don't know if it's probably gone into one of the monthly videos. So my first video went up on the 20th of May. And yeah, it has been interesting. I think I'll talk a bit more about that when we get to the bit where I talk about what I would do differently from what I've learnt this year. My first sale was the 10th of May, and that was the Pass the Pigs game. So it's a little, what I'll do is I will stick somewhere, or maybe down here, stick the sold listing up, just so you can see it. Yeah, we sold that for £10. I don't think we paid that much for it. Yeah, so we paid £1 for it, sold it for 10. Postage was 96p, and the packing was 36p. So we made a total profit on that of £6 and 10p, which worked out at a 61% profit margin. And then, yeah, so what, if I was to do this year again, what would I do differently? I think the main thing I would probably do differently is to split out the YouTube and the resale side of things. So I started doing the resale and pretty much straight away went into YouTube. I enjoy doing my YouTube videos, don't get me wrong. I really enjoy it. But it does drive a lot of what I do. And I think if I were to do it differently, I would sort of build the resale business up, maybe build that up over a year, and then bring in the YouTube channel, because it is a lot of work. I work Monday to Friday 9 till 5, and whenever I'm not working my day job, I'm doing something around the YouTube channel or the resale business, normally both as well. So yeah, it would just be sort of get everything up and running, and then sort of kick into the actual resale side of things. But yeah, don't get me wrong, I do really enjoy doing the resale side of things, and I wouldn't change anything now. But as well, over the course of this year, there has been a lot of comments sort of criticising sort of what I do. And don't get me wrong, when I say criticising what I do, I mean, criticising is probably the wrong word. Probably more suggesting that I do things a slightly different way, or I look at different products, or I'm not really doing it the right way, stuff like that. So what I would consider constructive criticism. And yeah, I list every single comment that I get on my channel. I always read them as soon as they come in. I might not necessarily respond to them straight away, but I do aim to. I think I pretty much have responded to every comment that's come through on the channel. And yeah, I'll be honest, there has been some really good criticisms. Not criticism. Criticism is the wrong word, but really good suggestions on the channel. I know, and I'll be honest, I haven't got the comment to hand, and I can't remember the person's name that suggested it. But the monthly sales videos, that come from a comment. So it was something that I wanted to do quite early on in the channel, but because my sales weren't consistent, I didn't do it. But once I got to the point that I was able to have a good amount of sales to go through on the channel, that's when it was a good time to introduce it. So yeah, stuff like that comes from has come from people like you. And yeah, I know that there's a lot of things that I don't do correctly. I know there's a lot of things that I don't do right. But what I say to a lot of people that have been more on the harsher side with their comments, let's say, is that I'm still learning. I've been doing this for less than a year. And when I look back at sort of what I've done, what I've achieved, personally, I'm really happy with how things have gone, both from the resale side and the channel side. Yes, there are bits that I want to improve, and I am constantly trying to improve. So one of the things that and I'll cover this more in my plans for 2022 part of the video, is sourcing methods. I'm looking at other sourcing methods now. and also expanding my knowledge of pickups. Now, I went for a spell of picking up clothing. Have not had any success in the clothing side. I think so far I've sold three items. One was returned, which was squarely my fault. One, the buyer was not happy about it, and the other one has recently sold, so I don't know if they have received it yet. Let me have a look when it sold. Yes, there we go. So yeah, I don't think they've received that yet, because it was, so when was it sold? It was sold on the 26th, so that would have gone out on Wednesday. Yeah, she probably would have received it by now. So I haven't heard anything about that, but didn't make a lot of profit off it. Once again, it's one that I will cover in this week's monthly sales video, but I made 71p profit off it, so wasn't a lot of profit in it. But what I have been doing is, over the Christmas break and over the break that I had last week, I have been looking at the clothing side of things. So what brands I should be looking out for, what I should be paying for these brands, how much I can expect to sell these brands for. So yes, I am going to be getting back into clothing a lot more. I know that there was a comment as well about sort of how I listed my clothing, that I wasn't putting enough details on the listing. And yes, I totally agree with that. I haven't been able to action that comment, but it is something that I will be doing going forward. Once again, a lot of the things that I'm doing at the moment is just trying to get back on top of things, because I am getting a bit snowed under, if I'm honest. I'll put a quick picture up now of my office, and you'll see how jam-packed it is. And this is all stuff that I'm sorting through at the moment for some videos that are going to be coming out over the next sort of 4 to 6 weeks. I've got a lot of, I have been doing a lot of sourcing, and there's sourcing from different places as well. So yeah, what I will say, I'll wrap this part of the video up, and yeah, one of the things I will say is I appreciate all of the comments that I get on the channel, and regardless of sort of how some of the comments have worded, I will read it for what it means. And a lot of the time it is someone trying to put together some constructive criticism for me to help me improve my channel and improve my resale business. So I just want to say to everyone that has made a comment on any of my videos this year, a massive, massive thank you. And yeah, feel free to make a comment on any of my videos. Well, you can also reach out to me if you don't want to comment on one of my videos. Can reach out to me on my socials. You've got my Facebook and Instagram. I'll put the little pop-up card just down below now. So yeah, feel free to reach out with me like that. And yeah, so let me get back onto the other camera, and then we'll go through the next couple of bits, which I'm actually looking forward to. It's going to be my top 5 item types for the year, and then my best and worst pickups for the year. So give me 2 seconds and we'll switch back over. So let's get straight into our top 5 item types for the year. And number 5 is going to be Harry Potter books. So when I say Harry Potter books, I am talking about the complete collections. So that is all 7 books, I want to say. I've been collecting Harry Potter books over the course of the year since I started, and I have recently started listing them. I think I've sold 1 mixed lot, which is paperback and hardback, and that sold for about £45. I'll put the listing just up here. Then I also sold a hardback collection of Harry Potter books. I'll put that one up here. This is one from December, so this one will be, I'll cover it in more detail in Thursday's video. So yeah, they've done really well for me, and considering sort of I haven't been paying too much for the books, I think the most I've paid for a whole collection is about £11, and yeah, so that is my number 5. Number 4 is going to be the PlayStation 2 bundles. So I have picked up 2 PlayStation 2s at the boot fairs this year, and listed them both at different times. I think one was in November. I think that one sold. That sold, once again, I can't remember how much it sold for, but I'll put the listing up here. Then I also had one actually sell, I say this morning. So once again, I'm filming this New Year's Day, sorry. And yeah, about 20 past 1 this morning, I had another bundle sell. I'm not going to go too much into that one because that will be in January's sold review. And yeah, so the PlayStation 2s have done really well for me. I've also got a Nintendo Wii listed on the site as well, but that has been listed for a few months. Hasn't really shifted, so I'm probably going to start playing about with the price on that one, and see how we get on. Then number 3 is going to be manual typewriters. So I think I've picked up 4 of these over the course of the year, and they have all sold really quickly, if I'm honest. The first 3 that I listed, I think pretty much sold within a day or 2. The 4th one I sold took a bit longer, but they all sold for around the same price, around the £50 to £55 mark. So yeah, really happy with sort of picking them up, and they are something that I am going to be keenly on the lookout for next year. Or sorry, this year at the boot fair. I keep thinking next year, but no, we are now in 2022. Then number 2 is going to be cameras. This is going to be film cameras and camcorders. So when I say film cameras, I'm actually talking about cameras like this, where you load the film in the back. I've had really good luck with these over the course of the year. Not so much with the digital ones, I'll be honest. So give an example of the digital one that failed completely, and we picked up a Canon D30 back at one of the boot fairs, and I think we paid £7 for it. Actually, it did sell, but I quickly got it returned because I didn't realise that there was actually a fault with the camera. It's something that I needed to put the memory card in, which I didn't have, but I have subsequently bought one now so that I can test them in future. Yeah, it's a common problem with them, but what I have looked at and what I'm going to be listing in the next couple of days is the lens itself sells for about £90. So I'm just going to sell the lens and then potentially sell the camera, just sell it off cheap as sort of parts only. So yeah, been hit and miss with the cameras and the camcorders, but the ones that I have sold have been absolutely immense. I know we've had one, I think it was a Fujifilm that we got in a bundle lot from the boot fair. Worked out that we only paid 58p for it, and it sold for about £120. So yeah, I've had some really good luck with the cameras. Film cameras, all in all, actually, I think most of the ones that I've found and listed over the course of this year have sold. I don't think I've got any film cameras on the store at the moment. I might be wrong. What I'll do is I'll have a look and then just leave a yes or a no down the bottom. And then number 1 was camera lenses. So it's probably a bit of a cheat having film cameras and camera lenses, but yeah, the camera lenses that I have found have been absolutely superb. 2 that sort of come to mind were in that, once again, that camera, the job lot of cameras that I got from the boot fair. Works out 58p per item. One of the lenses sold for about $114.99 it sold for. So that was just an immense profit. And we've got another one as well which sold for, I think it was about £40 or £50, I can't remember off the top of my head. And then, as I say, we've got the lens that come with that the Canon D30, which is due to sell for about 75 to 90 pounds. So yeah, I have had immense luck with lenses this year. I will be, once again, when I go back next year to the boot fairs, cameras, camcorders, typewriters, games consoles, everything. I will be filling my boots, as they say. So yeah, but moving on from that, we are going to look at the best and the worst pickups for this year. And I'll tell you what, I'll go straight in with the best pickup, because once again it leads on from my best types from the year, and it was the Olympus OM N2 35mm lens. And I'll put the sold listing up just here. So it's sold for £114.99. We paid, in a sense, 58p for it, and yeah, that is, I think it's my best sale of the year. And yeah, just really floored when I looked it up. When I got home, looked it up and saw what it was selling for, it was absolutely amazing. I think I paid £10, £15 or something for the whole job lot of cameras. And with just what's sold from it already, I think we're at about £300, or over £300 for what I've sold so far, and there's still bits to sell. I think this Canon was out of it, but I haven't had the battery to test it yet, so it's not been listed. But yeah, really, really good lot that was, and definitely by far my best pickup for the year. Then we go on to my worst pickup of the year, and I was devastated with this one when I got home. Really, really was. And it was, and I'll put the video up of me finding it. It was the Converse, the fake Converses that I picked up. Now these were Converse skater shoes. They were advertised as brand new in the box. Once I got home, there was a lot of doubt creeping into my mind about them. Obviously, you could tell that they hadn't been worn, but you could tell that they'd been sitting around for a while. Then looking them up online, it was very, very difficult to find anything about them. I think I did actually end up finding one eBay listing for them, but by that point I had confirmed that they were fake. And yeah, it's not a massive loss in my eyes, because I paid £6 for the 3 pairs. Currently they are sitting in my loft. Don't really know what to do with them, if I'm honest, because I can't in good conscience sell them, because they are fake. So yeah, at the moment they are just sitting in my loft, not knowing what to do with them. I might even wear them. I think there was a size 10 up there, so yeah, I might have a look. As I say, at the moment they're sitting in the loft, not really worried about them, if I'm honest. And yeah, so that is going to wrap up my best and worst for the year. What we'll do is we will go on to the final part of the video, where I sort of go into a bit more detail about what we're going to be doing next year on the channel, and we can wrap it up there. So give me 2 seconds and I'll be right back with that part of the video. Okay, so we're now on to the final part of the video. I just want to sort of cover some of the ideas and some of the aspirations that I've got for 2022. And the first one is, I've got 3 that I want to do for what I want to achieve next year. The first 2 are eBay related, and the final one is YouTube related. So the first one is going to be to increase my weekly sales. At the moment I'm averaging around £100 a week, on sort of £100 to £150 a week weekly sales. And that is gross sales before we take shipping fees or anything like that out. No, it's not. That is profit per week. Sorry, I got that wrong. Yeah, so at the moment we're doing about £100 to £150 a week in profit. And what I want to do is I want to get that up to around 250 a week would be an aim that I'd like to achieve at this point. Obviously, I've got that is all going to be spurred on by the next thing that I want to achieve, and that is increasing my daily listings on eBay. So I have actually, and I was going to cover this in Thursday's video, but I might as well do it here. I have actually now upped my eBay store. So I was on the basic eBay store. I've now gone to the, I think it's featured, might be wrong, can't remember the name of it, but it's basically their middle tier, because I'd actually hit the listing threshold on the basic store, which was 250 per month. So I've now sort of gone past that. So the new store gives me 1,500, and yeah, I am hoping that I can start hitting that every month, because that will be absolutely amazing. So yeah, I want to increase my daily listings, because I do list every day. I might, what I tend to do a lot of the time is I'll pick stuff up. I've been getting really, what's the word? Really strict on how I do my listings. So as soon as I've filmed the pickups part of the video, I will then do all the photography, and then I'll have a whole load of photographs to upload for that week, and then they'll all be done by the time before I go out and do my next load of sourcing. So I have been keeping on top of everything actually, and I'm now trying to get to the other stuff that I've picked up previously, get all that listed, and then yeah, hopefully that will bring up my sales per week. I'll have more things going out, and in turn that will bring my profit up. And then the final thing that I want to achieve this year, and it was something that I've been a bit disappointed with, because I was originally on course to do it before the end of last year, but things changed, whether more people started not liking my content or what, but yeah, I'd like to get the channel to 1,000 subscribers, and yeah, originally sort of when I first started, it was going really well, and then in October everything just seemed to drop off. Don't know why, don't know if it was a YouTube wide thing or if it was just me, but yeah, it happens. At the end of the day, I do these videos because I enjoy doing them. Hopefully everyone that's watching them enjoys watching them, and yeah, if people give me suggestions on how I can improve my videos, I do. One of the big things that I've had this year is the way that I talk on camera. And a lot of people don't like the sort of, or was it sort of I was saying? Whatever it was I was saying, whatever it is, I'm doing my utmost to avoid saying it now. I know that there's a couple of times where I'll go but yeah, I am trying to improve how I am on camera and how I do my voiceovers. There we go. But yeah, and this is the thing, I take everyone's, as I've said earlier on in the video, I take everyone's criticisms or feedback on my videos, and I do my best to action them. And yeah, those are really where I want to be by the end of next year. As I say, with the YouTube channel, I would love to be beyond 1,000 subscribers, or just be at 1,000 subscribers. And yes, there is multiple reasons for that, because yes, I would like to have the channel monetized, don't get me wrong, that is a big factor of it, but there's also other things as well. There's been a couple of instances this year where I would have liked to have put out a community post on YouTube. I don't get access to that functionality until I hit 1,000 subscribers. I'd like to be able to put out polls on YouTube. Can't do that until I hit 1,000 subscribers. So there's a lot of functionality within YouTube that I would like to use for the channel that I've just not been able to. So yeah, I am hoping to hit 1,000 subscribers sometime this year on the channel. And then, yeah, other than that, I have got some plans for this year. Obviously, we've got the boot fairs reopening. So far, the Saturday boot fair has not announced when they're going to be reopening. The Sunday boot fair has. They are going to be opening on the 1st of May, which I was really gutted about. I was hoping that they would be reopening on around sort of the end of March, beginning of April. But yeah, no, I've got another 6 weeks to wait. Then another thing that I'm planning to do this year is to expand out my sourcing methods. Now, you would have seen my picture early on of my office just covered in media. All of that media has actually come from a series of pickups that I've been doing throughout December. And all of those are actually from Facebook Marketplace. So I've got a couple of videos coming out in January, which are going to cover sort of can we make profit from. One is going to be from something that I pick up at one of the charity shops. One is going to be from a Facebook Marketplace. I'm then going to be introducing a regular video series where we do pickups from Facebook. And then this is I'm going to be covering both free and paid items. And yeah, I have done a fair amount of pickups from Facebook. I'm in the process of filming all the pickup parts of the video. I've got stacks and stacks of DVDs out at the moment from a pickup that I've done the other night. And yeah, I'm going to sort of expand out what we're doing, so we're not going to be just relying on the charity shops. Then, as I said earlier on in the video, I am also going to be expanding out my knowledge of what I'm picking up as well. So at the moment, obviously I have been focusing on media, sort of DVDs and that for a few months now. Been buying more and more of them at the charity shops, and yeah, now I've been buying sort of bigger and bigger lots of DVDs. But another big area that I want to improve on is my clothing. So yeah, as I said earlier on in the video, I've not been doing too well at clothing, and I really want to sort of push ahead with that, start learning sort of what to pick up, what to look out for, and what to avoid. And then the final thing that I want to cover in this video, before we head off, was a question to all of you. One of the videos that I've wanted to do for a while now, but not been too sure as to whether I would have enough content for it, is an AMA. So what I want to do actually is to do a monthly AMA video where all of you submit your questions to me, whether it's through Facebook or my social medias, and basically just ask me anything you want. Is that something that everyone would want? Or is it not really something everyone would want? So leave me a comment down below as to whether you would be interested in me doing an AMA. And if you are, leave a question, and then we can look to do one at the end of January. So what I'll probably do is look to do an AMA the last week of every month if we do it. And yeah, so that is going to wrap up today's video. I know it's been quite a long one. Hopefully it's been informative. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. But before you head off, if you did enjoy the video, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you're not already, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to be kept up to date when I upload new videos, and help me hit that 1,000 subscriber milestone. What I will also say as well, I've said it a couple of times on some other videos, is that at the time of recording this, we've got 450 subscribers on the channel. I am going to be doing a giveaway at 500 subscribers, and I might as well give you a bit of a spoiler. It is going to be an Amazon gift card to whoever wins. And yeah, I'll leave the amount until we get to the 500 subscribers. But with that said, that is going to wrap up today's video. Just want to say a massive, massive thank you for joining me today. Really hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one. All right, bye.